monster fight. This Miz versus Braun is more of a Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers are coming to kill you. You better run or else you're dead. So that's probably why they're doing this whole dynamic first. Then they're gonna do the whole after Survivor Series. They're gonna do the whole Kane versus Braun Strowman thing, and then depending on how that goes and where everyone's at, then maybe they'll pull the trigger on Miz versus Braun Strowman for the Intercontinental title.
Because I feel the next couple weeks are gonna be Kane killing folks, Braun killing different folks. They're not gonna link up until Kane. I feel Kane will take out Braun during the 5-on-5, and then at the December pay-per-view, Raw pay-per-view, we'll get Kane versus Strowman.
I believe the December pay-per-view is SmackDown. Clash. I think it's Clash of Champions, and I think it's a SmackDown exclusive show.
And is there another one before the Royal Rumble for Raw?
Nope, there is not. The last pay-per-view of the year is Clash of Champions, which is after Survivor Series.
So would they hold Kane versus Strowman for WrestleMania, or would they do it at the Rumble?
Here's a thought.
I don't know.
Here's a little Scholars Quick Talk, leading up to one, rather. They're still bringing back Starrcade, aren't they?
Yeah. But that's SmackDown.
That's SmackDown
It's
only?
It's
been
confirmed. Is it Smack? I thought it was a mixed brand.
I thought it was too. Is it?
I've only seen it.
I gotta look this up, but
SmackDown.
I'm pretty sure.
I was gonna say if it's not SmackDown exclusive, that could probably be just a thing to really sell what a big deal the return of Starrcade is.
I thought
because I also remember Clash of Champions being a Raw exclusive last year.
They're alternating. Because they did the same thing. Hell in a Cell was a Raw exclusive last year. Because remember, they built the women's Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
And then this next year, Hell in a Cell was a SmackDown. They alternate. So it looks like Money in the Bank next year is going to be a Raw exclusive event.
Yeah.
But all in all, shit, I totally lost my train of thought here.
Well, let's put it this way. Was there anything else on Raw that you just really had to comment about that really jumped out at you this week? Because that's about it for me.
Gallows and Anderson are being booked terribly.
Hey,
That's it.
at least
you
it
know
came out
what?
as Tex Ferguson.
They're having so much
bad.
fun with it, even though they're getting booked terribly. I don't see anybody else having as much fun as the club is.
They are getting paid to play Tex Ferguson and Chad Too Bad, so it's not all that bad.
All I can say is for me personally, they should drop the holiday gimmicks.
And
the holiday gimmick matches, at least.
And there were rumors over the weekend because apparently Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows dropped all the WWE mentions on their Twitter bios. So everybody was like, oh, they asked for their release and they got it. But that was...
yeah, they totally... They themselves shut that down.
They themselves shut that down. So I think at this point, they're definitely in it just for the money. And they're having as much fun as they possibly can with what they're given. So it's like, I hate that they're being booked the way they are, but I also like seeing how much fun they're having being the way they're booked.
It's disappointing seeing the Raw Tag Team division, or lack thereof. Other than Sheamus and Cesaro and The Shield, the Tag Team division is that.
Yeah, but even so, I thought there was still plenty to enjoy on this week's Monday Night Raw. But now I'd say it's time to move on to this week in SmackDown Live. Okay, first thing that's really jumped out at me was just the match between Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler. I actually enjoyed this match.
Finally, we got the match between these two that we deserved the entire time.
And of course, Bobby Roode won.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm just glad he seems to be on the right track. And
because
again, he's in the Survivor Series match.
Let's get this, okay? SmackDown is going to be all supposedly babyface competitors, all right? But they're the ones who pulled a massive heel move and go into Raw and just beat the shit out of everybody. So it's like you're gonna have Rusev isn't beating AJ Styles. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, they already actually leaked. They actually leaked the both teams.
Yeah, so
I did see that, unfortunately.
So you're gonna have AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Randy Orton, and Bobby Roode, all face competitors, healing out on Raw competitors, and taking out the entire locker room. I'm like. So is SmackDown? Are they playing SmackDown as the heel team?
At this point, I don't even care. With the way this whole thing is being booked, it's just to me, in my mind, the whole thing looks like a big giant spectacle. It's just gonna be a demolition derby of just big personalities and larger than life characters, and they're just gonna throw everyone in the mix together and just see what happens.
Yeah, and I gotta say, out of everybody on that crew, okay, you've got Randy Orton, you got Shinsuke Nakamura, you got AJ Styles, and then you have Bobby Roode.
Yes.
So it's one of those, like, this particular match feels like the first one out club for SmackDown. Whoever won this match gets the honor of being the first one eliminated from the SmackDown crew. So, but the match itself. Okay, this was the match we should have gotten for Bobby Roode's first match. This is the match that we should have gotten on that pay-per-view. Instead of the bullshit roll-up with the fucking tights pole and all that. And the bullshit rematch, this felt like it should have been the Bobby Roode showcase that we should have gotten on that first pay-per-view. That's the problem with the WWE, at least this year. Okay, they fuck up the debuts, and then like 2 weeks later they get it right on a live show. That's it. But this was very good for a SmackDown match, and that was the thing with the matches on TV this week. There were a lot of good ones. There were a lot of very good made-for-TV matches.
Yeah, and speaking of what we kind of already spoiled, in case you haven't seen SmackDown Live this week, in another qualifying match, Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Kevin Owens for another qualifier spot.
Looks like they really are about to start that Randy Orton-Kevin Owens feud that they started on Twitter. Did you see those? The Randy Orton Twitter.
Actually, come to think of it, yes, I did. I just forgot about it until just now.
And Kevin Owens goes, "I've been studying up, watching paint dry. I've got you covered, buddy."
Greatest response.
The banter.
Yeah. Kevin Owens is the king of Twitter. I'm sorry.
He really is. I like what they're doing with Rusev and Aiden English versus the New Day. I like what they're doing there.
Feud over Candy. Yes.
Shane McMahon making himself team captain of Team SmackDown,
which you knew was going to happen as soon as
even though I still don't like it, but at least with Angle versus Shane, at least there's some continuity.
You knew right from the get-go, as soon as Stephanie made Kurt Angle captain, you're like, okay, so Shane's got to name himself on SmackDown.
What I like about it is there's talks about it, Shane McMahon slowly becoming a heel, and like him taking opportunity from the competitors who are on the show of the land of opportunity.
Well,
and
you're
he's taking it for himself.
Yeah,
by making himself captain. I'm like, you know what? I like it. I like that idea. I hope that's what they go with. I like them, Shane, kind of like you see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn being the heels, but what they're arguing is actually turning out to be correct. And in the end, they're really the baby faces to an extent, and have that be the somewhat their heel, and then have Randy Orton be Shane McMahon's muscle.
And I can see like Shane McMahon being the reason that SmackDown loses. and then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn go into the locker room and see what we were talking about? Okay, SmackDown does not have bragging rights this year because your GM took the opportunity to be in the match, and he's the one who and he lost. He's the reason why we are not where we were last year.
If there was, I guess before I go down on the negative, I love the Stranger Things segment from Fashion Files.
That was wacky.
Yes.
Are we gonna see Harper and Rowan show up sooner rather than later?
I hope so.
I sure as hell hope so too. I want to see them use them hammers. I even said it like that on purpose. I want to see them use them hammers.
So do I. I don't even care about the pronunciation. I do too.
I loved Ty Dillinger's cameo. Oh, I'm not 11. I'm a 10. Like, there you go. If there was any real downside to this, it has to be once again, the Jinder Mahal bit. Now calling himself the Great Beast Slayer or something?
Yeah.
I admit I kind of checked out as soon as Jinder Mahal came on my
AJ
screen.
Styles completely destroys Sing 2.
I swear
I
to
totally
God.
forgot about that gag until just now.
I swear to God. If Jinder Mahal beats AJ Styles for the title too, I swear to
Well,
God.
we're not gonna be. That's probably they're waiting for Clash of Champions for that one.
But this is how I feel like this begins the road to Styles Nakamura at WrestleMania.
I really hope so.
I hope so.
And I feel like Styles would win
A lot
the
more.
Clash of Champions match. Nakamura would win the Royal Rumble, and pop. There you go.
I
There's
That-
a WrestleMania main event.
Oh, baby.
I hope that would actually be then what they're saying might be the main event with Jinder Mahal versus John Cena for the title. They want the big leak. The big rumor is John Cena might be the referee for the Brock Lesnar Jinder Mahal match, and that will be the setup for Jinder Mahal versus John Cena.
No, just give me AJ.
I know
Nakamura.
I have to be the mood killer
That
here.
made my brain explode. Jinder Mahal main event at WrestleMania. I know.
No.
You know,
now I'm sad.
And then my response was, you know what? Give them Jinder Mahal versus John Cena. Just get the title out of it.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a fair compromise.
There.
I can live with that.
I'm
I'm happy again.
Have your John Cena versus a foreigner match at WrestleMania.
I took that little heel turn of mine and I just
Yeah.
brought it back on as a babyface. Made you guys feel better, didn't I?
Yes,
Give-
you did.
Give John Cena Jinder Mahal so that John Cena can Rusev Jinder Mahal and we can move on with our very lives.
And you know what? That'll probably result in a much stronger, well-rounded WrestleMania. Not for nothing.
Mm-hmm. So now the deciding factor. We talked about Raw and I guess we talked about SmackDown.
Well, it is a shorter show. Not for nothing.
True. Yeah, a lot of people feel that, especially when it comes to the third hour. They're just dropping out. I'm surprised they had the Braun Strowman close it because people normally check out on the third hour. But when it comes to Raw versus SmackDown, gentlemen, which show is better?
In my opinion, Raw by a country mile. They just had way too much more to offer, and normally SmackDown, when they win, it's just because it's a much more concise, tight show that usually just has better matches. But Raw had a good variety of good matches, good returns, good segments, good brawn. It was just really hard to beat. I know it's really difficult to get an interesting 3 hours of Monday Night Raw these days, but this week is one of those rare weeks when they happen to pull it off.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree because SmackDown was basically a 2-match show. Okay, Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler and Nakamura versus Owens. Those matches delivered, but in between, it's like, okay, I could take it, I could leave it. Okay, but Raw, you had Samoa Joe, you had Braun killing folks. You had Kane killing folks. You had even the losers of the night